Mark Twain once said, "Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it." These poetic words convey forgiveness as leaving a pleasant scent after the pain. As I sat with this thought, I began to think of one of my favorite flowers, the orchid. I began some research and came across an article on the website, The Manifestation, titled "The Orchid of Forgiveness" by Nancy Alder. This morning I walked into one of my bathrooms ready to throw out an orchid that I thought was done. I had forgotten to water it for weeks. I had forgotten to open the window and give it more light. I had forgotten this orchid. But there it was in the window with not one but two new bloom stalks that had shown up virtually overnight. This fighter, this beautiful and simple warrior, had decided to bloom again despite my lack of care. I realized that the orchid had forgiven me. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Gandhi. We need to learn to be more like orchids and allow ourselves to forgive and grow. That does not mean to be angry, do not fight, and do not express your displeasure with a situation or person. Just simply do not hold on to those things and let them cause you to wither. Acknowledge your feelings, create a space for them, and then let them go. My yoga practice is a place where I am able to practice forgiveness. Life gets in the way of every asana. I would love to do on more occasions than I care to admit. Yet when I return to the mat, I find my practice is waiting to fit where I am at that moment. Is there resistance? You bet. But there is also space for growth and exploration. I'm able to forgive myself for not making time, for putting others first, and for letting things get in my way. I explore new places to find forgiveness towards others, to experience my feelings, and then to let them go. I find a way to stretch, release, and grow just like the orchid had done in my neglect. To err is human. To forgive is divine. Alexander Pope. As I write this, I think of my friend who forgave me when I did not acknowledge the importance of a special milestone in her life. I think of the way my elves still love me even when my mean mommy side comes out too frequently. I think of how my husband moves heaven and earth to allow me to do trainings when it causes stress on his schedule. I think of how much forgiveness I have been given and how it is time to give back. To those who have hurt me and from whom I have received silence, anger, and vitriol, I forgive you. To the ones who forget to email, call, or visit, I know it was not personal. To those I have unfriended, to those I have cut out, and to those whom I have never let in, my door is open for you. It is time for us to all move on to a place of blooming and growth. It is time for us to be like my orchid. I am not perfect, but I am strong. I know neglect is not a sign of hatred or dislike, but rather that love is still there waiting to show itself again. I know my yoga practice will give me space to forgive myself, and my heart has space to forgive others. I am thankful to my little purple orchid for reminding me how important it is to forgive. I gave it water this morning and opened the window. I will remember more often to take care of it and to take care of myself. I will remember to let go and forgive. How can you allow yourself to bloom and grow? What or whom can you forgive?